What is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993, back here for some more baseball news, as there's a lot of big names this past weekend that seem to have finally found some homes. There isn't too many, well, a few, but not too many big names that's left out there that we're waiting on to see where they go and such. One of them, though, bolstered up the Phillies outfield that already lost Kutch. They gained Kyle Schwarber last week. And they also, on late Friday night, signed former Tigers prospect Nick Castellanos to, I think it was a 5-year deal worth $100 million or something like that. Let me double check. I think it's 5 years, 5 years, $100 million. Now, Castellanos had just come off of probably the best season of his career. Aiming for a good average. He hit 34 home runs for the Reds, who were was at the time seemed to be an uprising team for sure. And Castellanos was under a 4-year, $64 million contract. Well, Castellanos opted out of that contract as he had the opt-out clause available. He opted out, and he wanted more money. So he went to the Phillies, got a 5-year, $100 million contract instead. Surprised definitely that the Reds have been getting rid of people they've gotten rid of this offseason so far, because, like I said, people were talking about in the past year, about 2 years ago, saying that they were going to be a team to beat soon. Now it's like they're kind of tearing down again, so I don't know what's going on. But even though it probably has stuff to do with money, as you know, I'm not the person who pays best attention to money. But anyways, so as far as adding Castellanos to the Phillies lineup, keep forgetting that the Phillies, now, especially with Castellanos and Schwarber in that lineup, don't sleep on them completely. I mean, I think the biggest concerns that the Phillies had going into this offseason was their bullpen, because they have some solid names in that starting rotation. The bullpen and their defense. Now, the lineup's going to include names like Castellanos. They got Bryce Harper in there, nationally MVP from last year, 2-time MVP now. JT Realmuto at the catcher. They got Rhys Hoskins in there as well, and Gene Segura, and a couple other younger talent as well. Castellanos, who's only 30 years old, I'm pretty sure will give a bulk of the lineup in the outfield. I don't see him being limited to a DH yet. Like Schwarber, I can see being limited to a DH. Castellanos, I think is going to get more of the bulk time on the field as well. But again, listen to this pitching rotation. You got Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, Zach Eflin, Ranger Suarez, and Kyle Gibson in there as well. So like the starting rotation, the offense is there for the Phillies. Like, the Braves have made splashes as trained for Matt Olson. They've also re-signed Eddie Rosario. They missed out on Jorge Soler. We'll talk about him in 2 videos. But they did add, of course, Kenley Jansen, the former Dodgers closer, now a Brave for 1 year at this time. So, and the Mets did add some depth to their team as well before the lockout. They got Scherzer. They added in Starling Marte as well. I think a couple other names in there. So, yeah, that National League East is going to be tough. With the Braves probably winning it, the Mets probably making a strong push for the second wild card. Do not completely sleep, though, on the Phillies. Like, adding in the bats of Schwarber and Castellanos is going to help. Like, I know they had to bolster up the bullpen. Hopefully they get some improvement on defense. So, and they have Joe Girardi, who, was a 10-year manager or whatnot with the Yankees. So, Joe Girardi knows how to manage a team. I would say the Phillies are going to place a solid third place and make a good run for the wild card. Because believe it or not, and this includes the Marlins, because the freaking Marlins, in that expanded playoff rule or whatnot they had in 2020, made the postseason. The Phillies, at this time, in the National League, has had the longest drought of not being in the postseason. A little shocking there when I read that. But I do think they have some pieces to potentially make a wild card push. I don't see them winning the division. I still think the Braves are winning the division. But I think the Phillies could at least pull off a solid third place finish. So we'll have to wait and see. Because, of course, the Marlins made a big signing. You know, the Nationals added Nelson Cruz to their lineup, and you got Juan Soto in there. If they can get some pitching going, they could get back to their World Series form from 2019, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But, yeah, I think this is a good sign for the Phillies. Again, Nick Castellanos, very underrated player. You know, I think he was always a solid player for the Tigers, but, you know, it's during a time where, of course, the Tigers have been in like a long rebuilding stage. I feel like this year the Tigers are going to contend a little bit. But, of course, since he's left the Tigers, he went to the Cubs, had a brief run with the Cubs, had an excellent run. And, again, last year with the Reds, no doubt about his best season. But, of course, he wanted more money, so he accepted the opt-out clause. This contract, though, this 5-year contract with the Phillies, does not contain an opt-out clause. So I don't think it looks like Castellanos cannot opt out of this one. We'll have to wait and see, though. So, guys, that's my thoughts on Nick Castellanos going to the Phillies. Again, you have a lineup now including an outfield with Castellanos, Harper, got Kyle Schwarber in there. Probably a Odubel Herrera probably like their fourth outfielder, or I could still see Schwarber probably getting a bulk of the at-bats at designated hitter. We'll have to wait and see. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think the Phillies could be a little more of a contenders now in the National League East or in the wild card spot? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below, and be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBoy93. Till then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you all later. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out, everybody.